start off with the show floor demo. This is available to folks attending E3 Nintendo 2019. Some basic moves Luigi has up his sleeve. The Store Bulb, which stuns ghosts and makes them vulnerable to attacks. He can also charge the Store Bulb up to hit a wider area. And one of the new moves we showed, actually, a few other basic functions of the Poltergust, G00, the ability to vacuum in air and of course blow out air as well. And one of the new moves we showed in the presentation is Burst, which shoots air below Luigi, and this is great for repelling enemies when they are surrounding Luigi.
Mm-hmm. That also makes all the background items fly all over the place.
Right. We start off with a cutscene that sort of introduces this particular floor and the unique floor boss that sort of inhabits this floor. And this is sort of an introduction to the fact that Luigi has to traverse up and down this haunted hotel. He has to defeat ghosts that possess this elevator knob in order to advance floors.
Tanabe-san and Nikibata-san, what was the inspiration behind the hotel setting and behind the elevator knob?
ですね、まず3作目っていうことがあって、舞台をこれまでとは変えたいっていうことがあったんですよね。それで、エレベーター、そのフロアを、全部クリアするとボスを倒すとエレベーターのボタンが手に入る。でその手に入ったボタンで次の階に行くってそういう構造になっています。
So we wanted to move away from the mansion setting for this rendition of the game, and we also made it so that the player needs to collect the elevator buttons in order to progress in the game.
で、そのホテルの階層構造にすることで、そのフロアごとに全然違う、環境を作ることができるので、それでホテルっていうのを選択しました。
And additionally, we wanted to make it so that each floor, as you progress through the hotel, features a dramatically different scene, and that's kind of why we chose the hotel setting.
Yeah, this is a crazy hotel. It's got medieval settings, and we'll see some other settings soon.
I'm starting off a little bit of gameplay of battle. We're using Luigi's new move, Slam. So when he vacuums in ghosts, he can fill up this meter, the A button indicator, and when I press A, it allows Luigi to slam ghosts. And this is great when you're surrounded by other ghosts. You can slam ghosts into other ghosts, and that allows you to control the area a little bit better since you can deal damage to a wide group of enemies. This is a great room to introduce Luigi, who I can summon by... One second. Who I can summon by clicking on the right control stick. Luigi is sort of Luigi's all-green doppelganger. He has access to all of Luigi's moves with the Poltergust, but he has a few special abilities on his own. Would Mr. Kibata or Mr. Tanabe like to elaborate on sort of Luigi, how he came to be in this game? He was present in the 3DS version of Luigi's Mansion, but...
そうですね、3DS バージョンにも登場したグイージなんですけれども、今作にもグイージを入れることになった背景について教えていただけますか？
そうですね、グイージはもともと今作用に最初考えたキャラクターではあるんです。
So Luigi was actually a game that character that we had created in order to add to this game specifically.
はい、スイッチのハードウェアを初めて見たときにこのお裾分けプレイっていうのを活かしたいなと思ったのがきっかけです。
So when I first saw the Nintendo Switch system and I saw that you could split the two Joy-Con controllers and give it to someone to play together, that's when we decided that we would like to incorporate two-player mode.
で、ネクストレベルゲーム社に対して今回ルイージの分身を登場させたいっていう話をしたときに、そのエネルギーがしっかり考えてくれてグイージっていうキャラクターが生まれました。
So when we went up to next level games and told them that we were looking into letting the players use two players, Next Level Games had already thought of a character called Luigi.
He seems very useful.
Yes, as Ikebata-san mentioned, you can play story mode with two players. Right now I'm playing a single player, so I have to switch between Luigi and Luigi. I can control one at a time, but if you're playing two-player co-op, of course you can control both characters at the same time. In this room, I want to show off another one of Luigi's new moves. This is the suction shot. He can shoot out a suction cup, and if he vacuums one end, he can then use this move to disarm enemies. This also works on the environment as well. So I just opened the barrel door using the suction cup.
And when the ghost has a shield, that blocks the strobe bulb from stunning him, so you want to take that away from him.
Right, so some ghosts are a little bit better prepared to deal with Luigi. So I should attack here. I love the animation of the ghost just like climbing back up.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, you can cause damage by continuously backing up ghosts as well. But Sam is much more satisfying.
Yes.
Oops. Uh-oh, he got away. Oh, there he
He did a
is.
little taunt before he ran away, too, didn't he? Oh, you cleared the room.
イエ
ナイス
ーイ上手ですよね
You're really good at this game, Roxanne.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm very nervous since Mr. Yukihara and Mr. Tanabe are here, so I'm
いやいや
concentrating
大丈夫ですよ
on
ね
バ
the
ッチリです
gameplay.
ね
Perfect.
So we did get to see a little bit of this castle-inspired floor. We're actually going to switch gears a little bit and jump to a different floor a little bit later in the game. So give us a sec to switch over to a different monitor. And here we're going to be able to see that each of the floors of this hotel are themed very differently. So the puzzles, the enemies you might encounter, they're all very different. And that's sort of the fun of, advancing to the next floor. You never know what's waiting for you.
What was the inspiration for some of the different floors and the idea behind that?
そうですね。各フロアごとに、雰囲気やテーマ、またその各階にあるパズルや仕掛けもだいぶ異なるわけなんですけれども、その点についてどのようなインスピレーションがあったか教えていただけますか。
そうですね最初はねなんかハリウッドのホテルみたいなそのジェットコースターがあるようなとこを作ろうとかってやってたんですけどちょっとそれだけだと変化に乏しいなと思いまして
Yeah, so initially we were considering a hotel that might exist in maybe Hollywood or something that has like a roller coaster inside of it. But as we were playing it, we were thinking, maybe that would be kind of too repetitive.
だからさっきのとこはお城でしたよね
So as you saw, the previous one was the castle,
でここは映画撮影してるスタジオなんですよ
and now it's a production studio.
Even though it's haunted, it looks like it'd be a fun hotel to stay in.
楽しそうなホテルですね。呪われてはいます。
まあ、あんまホテルらしくないかもしれない
It's not very hotel-like, actually.
大体ホテルにこんなにお金落ちてないのね
Well, first you don't see like that much money just lying around in a hotel.
Yeah, that's true. That was the other thing that was appealing to me, too. Is that there's gold bars everywhere.
素晴らしいと思います。
Oh my gosh, I love that the tracking has just like a bunch of popcorn and money inside.
Yep. It's just everywhere.
All right, showing a little bit more of Luigi's ability to slip through tight spaces here. I was able to get through this fence, which Luigi's not able to do. There's also this little area I would love to show whenever I run through this floor.
There's a hole in the wall, so Luigi just goes right in.
あまたお金が出ました
Oh, more money.
あ奥の扉の方に行ってもらえますか
Please head towards the door back there.
鍵かかってますね
It's
Wow.
locked.
Looks like we need to get a key somewhere on this earlier part of the floor. This
さ
looks like a
さっ
good.
きちょっと見てたんですよね、はい、
Oh, I watched this earlier. Saw the key back there.
ああなんでしょうこれは
Oh, what's this?
Seems dangerous. I better check it out.
Uh-oh.
そうですよ。
Oh, Luigi's nose.
そうこれテレビを通じてモニターからモニターにワープするっていう仕掛けなんです
So you're able to warp between the two TV screens.
でこのステージはこの仕組みを利用して解くパズルっていうのが仕込まれています
So this stage heavily features this warping through the TV mechanic.
Oh. Let's get it on the center.
There
There we
you
ちょ
go.
っとついてみます
Gotta line it up. Yeah. You got the key. Yay.
I love how Luigi just instantly goes back to looking super scared.
He's excited for 1 second, and then he goes back to terrified.
All right, let's see if that key was a match for this set of doors.
Yeah.
あ開きました
Oh, there's a ghost.
So, yeah, we see a ghost in the center of this area here.
The ghost has a monologue.
なんか嘆いてますけどね。
Really sad.
Yeah.
There's that elevator button Luigi needs to get somehow in order to progress. Of course, if you could get it this easily, looks like we need to put in a little bit more work.
He's a bright red megaphone. He's really obsessed with that.
まあ、映画監督にとってメガホンは命ですからね。
Yeah, if you're a movie director, megaphone's your life, basically.
That's your power over the
Yes.
actors. Those cutscenes are so expressive. How do you work with Next Level Games on creating those?
かなりキャラクターの感情表現がかなり豊かなんですけれども、まあ、こういった点についてネクストレベルゲームズさんとどのように作っていかれたんでしょうか。
はい、そうですね、まあ、前作のダークブーンの時からそうなんですけど、NLG の皆さんはそのルイージとかお化けの感情を面白おかしくアニメーションするのがすごく上手なんですよね。
So I worked with NLG on Dark Moon, the previous title in the series, and they're just so amazing at doing those facial expressions of the characters.
で、今回も最初にそのお化けの性格付けっていうのは相談して決めたんですけど、まあ、その後のアニメーションに関しては基本的には NLG の皆さんが作ってきたものを確認するっていう形で進めてきました。
So we at Nintendo would provide a kind of a brief description of each of the characters, and then we give that to NLG, and then they come back and create something amazing for us to check, and we review those.
That's really great.
あ、ここにもテレビありましたね、モニターが。
The TV
Oh,
here
there's another
too.
TV.
さて、ここのセットで、ね、どういうことを見せてもらえるのか。
Looks like, yeah, the TV that we encountered in the first set of doors is connected to the 4 TV sets here. So the core puzzle mechanic of this particular 4 involves teleporting between TV sets. And there is a puzzle that you have to traverse between sets, and they're all connected. But of course, we don't want to show the solution here.
That's right.
We do want to show off sort of the rich environment, the different aspects that make up this floor. Just one hint, in the full game, if you're ever stuck on any particular puzzle, you can access the main menu, and Professor Egat has a hotline that you can call, and he gives you hints if you ever find yourself stuck.
This looks very familiar. That it must be inspired by the Virtual Boy. Where did the idea come up for this?
今の UI がかなりバーチャルボーイを元にしているように見えるんですけれども、このあたりのインスピレーションや背景について少し教えてください。
そうですね、まあ、このルイージマンションシリーズって毎回その任天堂のハードウェアを模したツールっていうのが毎回登場してるんで、まあ、今回も何か出そうっていう話にはなりました。
So in the previous titles in the series, we've always kind of featured a slightly old Nintendo device, and so we wanted to include that in this one as well.
ここは CM まあいいわ。続けて。
There's a ghost in there.
はい、
Yeah, and it's called the Virtual Boo, which I think
Hi.
is hilarious.
そうなんですよ。NLG からその今回はバーチャルブーだって言われた時に、その名前がまあスタッフ一同みんな気に入ったんで、もうそれでこれでいこうって決まりましたね。
When we heard the suggestion, Virtual Boo from NLG, we just really liked it, so we stuck with that.
It's great. Yeah, I know how hard it is to name things, and that one is just a normal, natural, perfect name.
さあ、ここのセットはどんなんですかね。
Kind of set as this one.
Right, as Luigi looks into the camera, the set really comes to life, and Luigi sort of becomes the protagonist on all these different mini movies that all these sets represent. Looks like the castle's under attack.
The little recording lights going off at the top. But Luigi doesn't really seem to be.
He's not
Very
very, yeah,
excited.
he's not phased by
He's
too
not
many
fazed
things,
by the
which is a great contrast
arrows.
with Luigi, who is
Fire.
constantly scared. Aw.
これ全部で4つこういうセットがあるんです
So the
よ。
camera
there's
makes
four
the
total sets
set
here.
come to life for Luigi, basically.
All right, looks like we have a city setting for this particular set. Uh-oh.
火事です、火事です。
There's a huge fire here.
That's not good for Luigi. He doesn't like fire.
Looks like some fighter fighters are coming to save us.
It's a disaster movie.
Uh-oh. That doesn't look good.
Now they're actually helping.
So these set of ghosts have a helmet and sunglasses on, so the strobe ball doesn't quite work on them directly. One way I like to combat that is to use burst to disarm them first. Uh-oh.
これでやっつけたら消火活動の邪魔になるんですけどね
You're totally getting in the way of them doing their job.
Yeah.
But it's just too fun.
Yeah.
So it seems like Luigi has a lot
Uh-oh.
of new moves with the slam and the suction shot. What were some of the inspiration behind those creations?
今作では、サクション、9番ショットやスラム、バーストなど新しいアクションがかなり増えているようなんですけれども、このあたりのインスピレーションや背景について教えていただけますか。
そうですねLG の人たちといつも話をするんですけどやっぱり新しいゲームには新しい要素新しいアクションを入れたいなっていうことをいつも最初に話するんで
So I always mention this to NLG when we start working on a new game. When we're creating a new game, we always want to include some sort of new element
で
in the
実
game.
はこれってもう Wii U の頃から実は実験をずっと続けててでその時に彼らが作ってくれたのがこれだったんです
So these moves actually were something that we came up with when we were working on the Wii U version, and something that NLG came up with.
でプロトタイプでこのスラムとねバースト触った時にすごい気持ちよかったよな
めっちゃ気持ちよかったですよね。
So when they made a prototype and let us use slam and burst, it just was so satisfying when you played it.
どうですか気持ちよくないですか
What do you guys think?
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel
it's
so
great.
powerful with the slam move. This is my favorite.
Yeah.
かなり最高です。
だからもうこれ見た時にもう半分ゲームできたなーってね
はいそうですね
思いました
So when we saw this, we were like, well, the game's pretty much done. Then
Yeah, it really helps me. I'm not as good a player as Roxanne, so to be able to slam the ghost and hit the other ones and do damage, I think is really helpful too.
So we're looking at our final set here. Hold on, I'm just distracted by money. Make sure I get these first. We see a few spiders in this area and a lot of cobwebs sort of decorating this part of the set. And I love that attention to detail. You know, you run into spiders and there's a bunch
Yeah,
of
there's
cobwebs.
pizza boxes and other kind of debris that you can interact with. I mean,
おメガホンがありますよ。
oh,
see the megaphone up
you
there?
found it.
Yes.
Of
There's so
course,
many
it's in the
things.
last set that we visit.
Yeah. There's so many things you can interact with in the game, though. I mean, are there any favorites that you had as you were developing the game?
そうですね。今回いろんなものがこう画面上にこう散らばっているわけなんですけれども、特にゲームの中で気に入られている点などありましたら教えていただけますか？
ああそうですね。
お驚く
Luigi's just like, okay, this is fine.
Sure.
ちょっとこっちに見てましたね。そうですね。結構いろんなもの本当に散らばってるので、そのバーストで一気にこうバンって吹っ飛ばすと一気に綺麗になるんで、それがすごい気持ちいいですね。
So as you can see, there's always a lot of little things scattered around Luigi at all times, and so by using burst in the middle of all those things, it just scatters everything, and it's so satisfying, and I love that.
Yeah. But also, I'm compelled to clean up the mess. I wish I had a poltergeist of my own to do that at home.
Yes, I will voluntarily clean my room if I have the
掃
poltergeist.
除が趣味になってしまう。
I'd actually make Luigi do it.
Luigi に
Oh, smart. Alrighty, so we took a look at all the different sets in this environment. Again, we don't want to show the solution, so we are going to switch gears once again and jump to a little bit later part of this floor so we can show you some exciting boss fights. Alrighty, so we're going to hand over the red megaphone to Morty here. Luigi's a super nice guy.
Yeah. He's still a little nervous about it, though. He doesn't know if he can trust the ghost.
ハッピーになりましたね
Yeah. He seems very happy. Oh.
でもメガホン。
When I first saw this, I thought he was going to be mad that Luigi had stolen his megaphone. I was like, no, don't hurt me. I'm getting it back. Oh, wow.
Luigi で映画を撮ることにしたみたいですね
So it looks like they're gonna film something featuring Luigi.
Yeah, he's going to be a movie star.
うん
He definitely has the acting chops. I think we've seen that. Oh.
アクション
We're we're starting to get a sense of what kind of
Yeah.
movie this is. Uh-oh.
As soon as that first footstep goes boom, like, okay. Oh, nice.
あー出た
I think someone is a fan of kaiju movies.
そう僕パシフィックリムとか大好きでした
Huge fan of Pacific Rim.
Yeah, those kind of giant monsters.
I
Well,
love that tail end of the ghost just sticking out of the
Yeah.
huge suit. Oh dear. Alright, so whenever I encounter a new enemy, I try using all different moves that Luigi does. It looks like suction shot and burst. None of them quite work.
It just made him mad.
So the gust of
fireball.
air the boss is using to push this fireball towards me, that's a bit of a hint to the player as to how to counter this boss. So I'm using the poltergust to use air to blow it a little bit back. Looks like that was the right strategy. Thank
Yeah,
you, Morty.
Morty's happy. Morty's happy with that first part of the scene.
Oh,
怒った
that
怒った
does not look.
So he's breathing fire, and there's water all around the island. It seems like this might be a dangerous place for Luigi.
Yes, both of water and fire, water and fire, yes, are weaknesses of Luigi. So this is not a great spot. But it looks like this fireball's a little bit bigger, and Luigi doesn't have enough
pushing him
strength on
back.
his
押さ
own.
れてる押されてる
Oh, look out.
So I'm going to borrow someone's help.
おー
Alright, and slowly. Oh my gosh, the car's just blocking traffic right now.
やりましたね
Alright.
Nicely done.
やっぱり上手ですね
Nice.
You're making
Good
it
at this
easy.
game, Roxanne.
You're making
Not at all. My palms are sweating. You just can't see. Alright. And yes,
Luigi.
Luigi's not great with fire.
He'll be okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Not much of the city is standing.
I love it. I love how even Luigi destroys the train as he walks over the trees
He does. I love, yeah, the
and
trains
the cars.
just tremble before Luigi's feet. Uh-oh.
頑張れ
Up there, oh no,
You got this, Roxanne.
this is your big scene.
I'm glad the camera's not on me because I look really ugly matching right now.
イエーイ
Oh, you did it.
Yay.
やっつけました
It's a little embarrassing. Oh yeah, wait, don't congratulate yourself yet.
Not just yet. He tried to get a sucker punch in right there.
There, see, needed its megaphone for that.
でもいいのが取れたみたいですね
Looks like it was a great take.
すごい満足げですから。
Looks really satisfied.
Another just great cutscene. Such a great character.
Yeah, you think when you encounter the boss ghost of that floor, you think you have to defeat
Yeah.
them. But Morty's a little bit unique.
Made a different trade with you.
Right, he gives you the elevator knob as thanks for starring in his film.
So it is. It's nice.
まあ本当はボスを倒してエレベーターボタンって手に入れないといけないんですけどこのボスだけちょっと特別で撮影に協力したおかげでボタンがもらえました
As you mentioned,